Hello, happy Vlogmas day 16. Today is Saturday, and I have just been doing some work around the house and relaxing. So this is, I think, the first time other than coffee this morning that I actually filmed anything. That's all from me so far. I said I've been doing some work around the house. I think last week I mentioned that by the end of last weekend, I was hoping to have rearranged my room. I haven't done that yet, but I'm working on that now. I'm moving the bed up against a wall, just to make a cozy little nook for winter, although we still don't look like we're going to have a cold winter. I was talking to somebody the other day who looked at long-term forecasts, and so far apparently it looks like every month we're going to have at least one 40-degree day, which makes me a little nervous about ice because if we get snow and then it melts and then it gets cold, that'll turn to ice. Last year, in addition to a lot of snow, we had a lot of ice. There was one day that I drove all the way to church. It's a half-hour drive. And opened my car door, looked at the parking lot, which was like pure ice. And so many parking lots were just pure ice. And I almost left because I was like, I don't want to have to walk into the building. So, yeah. Hopefully it's not too bad. But I don't know if I've ever experienced a winter that warm before. So that will be a new experience if it happens. My mom and I have been talking about we're seriously looking at going on a trip in winter to someplace warm. And one place, kind of the top place that we've been talking about. I've had a couple other ideas in mind as well, but the top place that we've talked about is Arizona, because there's a conference that takes place in Arizona in February that I have spoken at for the last couple of years. That really comes at kind of a good point in the winter to like take a break. Also, I have cousins who have a house in Arizona, and we've already asked if I am speaking at this conference, could we spend like a couple days after the conference with them. Mina. Change of scenery. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I have a bossy dog. Mina wanted me to come out here. She likes this room, which I actually do too. It's very nice. So, anyway, where was I? Yes, I have cousins who have a house in Arizona, and we've already asked them if I'm speaking, can I stay a couple of extra days? Can my mom and I stay a couple of extra days and stay with them? Now she's back in there. Anyway. And they've said yes. So we have like a place to stay. And I'm really somewhat conflicted because, well, first off, I have been asked to speak again. One of my pitches was selected. So, yeah, there's that. Also, out of the pitches that I gave, it's the one that I feel most strongly about doing if selected. So, because I have the option to not do it. I don't get paid for this. And my travel is all out of pocket. Like, I don't get anything for going other than being able to share some information with people. So, yeah, that's why it's something I have to think about. But basically, I'm not super interested in spending the money on a hotel room because the hotels that are nearby are all expensive. Like when I was looking at hotels, there's one that isn't anywhere nearby but would be much more affordable. But obviously, if I want a shuttle to the location because parking is difficult, then I need to stay at a place where I can get a shuttle. So anyway, just a lot of things to think about. Do I want to spend the money? I'm fine, like, getting there. Like, I'm fine with the airplane ticket. In fact, I have a couple vouchers that I should really be scheduling tickets with. But I don't want to pay the hotel fee. So I'm also thinking of asking my cousins if I can go just stay with them a couple days earlier as well. If that's the case, I'll see if they can put my talk toward the end of the conference so that I could like fly in on Thursday instead of Wednesday and only add an extra day or two onto our plans. So I just need to think through all that and sort that out. But the other thing is, this is probably a little bit of a surprise to people who know me because I really have always loved traveling. And if I don't travel, like if I don't get away periodically, like I get kind of like, I get the itch to go someplace. And this year, and if you've read my blog, you know that I've done a lot of travel posts. I have a number of vlogs from the past about traveling. I have like vlog footage that I could put together, old vlogs from travels that I haven't done anything with yet. And I would try to get out periodically, like something I've been going to Arizona in February, something in spring, something in the fall. The last couple of years, I've also had a trip in December, which after last year, I was like, I'm not doing a trip in December again. I like traveling in December, and there are places I would love to go in December, like Europe, Christmas markets, that sort of thing. But each year that I've had a trip scheduled in December, something has happened in the family, like right before I left, I don't like leaving when things are happening like that. I don't know. They've both been stressful, a little stressful. Last year's was fantastic. Last year, my mom and I went to Iceland, and it was beautiful and wonderful, and I love Iceland, and I definitely want to go back. The year before that, it was to New York, and New York is a place I've always loved, but that trip kind of did it for me. I actually sprained my ankle at the beginning of the trip, and it was stressful and painful. But anyway, last year in the summer, I had a work trip, and Mina was really sick while I was gone. So that was stressful, trying to make medical decisions for her and not be with her. And for a while, I wasn't sure that she would survive the week, and I didn't know if I'd have a dog when I got back home. And that made things stressful at work. And the fact that I was dealing